I call this meeting to order. Please stand for the invocation by Councilman Carlson and the Pledge of Allegiance by his daughter, Madeline Carlson. Hold on, let me give you the mic, sir.
Thank you. Heavenly Father, we thank you for tonight. We thank you for this opportunity that we have to gather here as a parish council and citizens of Lafayette Parish. I pray that tonight you would give us your wisdom, guidance, and direction as we make decisions for this parish. I pray that in everything that we do, you would be honored and we'd make the best decisions possible for all of the citizens for this parish. We thank you for tonight. We welcome you here, and it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, put your hand over your heart. Loud and proud. Ready? Say it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Awesome. Good job, baby.
Madeline, if you'd like, you can stay up here and let your daddy go into the audience.
That's all right.
Too cute. Good job. All right, good evening, and welcome to the Lafayette Parish Council meeting. As presiding officer and chair, I would like to announce the following. This is a public hearing. To address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out the speaker form to submit your information to the clerk prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. Staff assistance is available if needed. Items for submission to the council should be handed to Council Clerk Ms. Veronica Williams, seated to my left. When addressing the council, please state your name and title for the official record. The 3-minute rule is in effect. Please, no debating or confrontational statements will be allowed. Any interruption of this lawful assembly is prohibited and will not be tolerated. The front row to my left is for media only. Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium. Please silence all phones and electronic devices at this time. Our meeting procedures are by resolution and not by Robert's Rules of Order. All documents with reference to meetings can be found on the LCG website. And finally, the council encourages your involvement in boards or commissions. If interested, please call 291-8800. Chair does have a few announcements. The council meetings for January return to the typical first and third Tuesdays of the month. The 2022 council meeting calendar is now available. It includes all of the dates for council meetings in the upcoming year. We certainly would like to wish a very happy birthday to Ms. Sidra Wingerter, CAO, while she celebrates on December 31st, her 35th birthday. Good, congratulations. Looking better every day. Okay. Two more announcements. This Saturday from 11 to 2 o'clock, Hams for Heroes, headed up by Raquel Edmond, will be handing out hams to veterans, active duty, and reservists at the Walmart in Carencro while supplies last. Please bring some kind of military identification. And again, thanks to Raquel and her organization for offering this service to our military veterans. They do a fantastic job, and they really have the veterans and military at heart. And finally, on behalf of all of our fellow council members and staff, I certainly want to wish all a very merry and blessed Christmas and a beautiful, happy New Year. Hope to see all of you in the New Year 2022. Okay, I'll turn it over to any council announcements at this time. Hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Rubin.
Thank you, Chairman. I want to talk about two different things tonight. The first one we're going to talk about, I'm going to tell a little story right quick. I'll try to make it quick because these guys try to talk too much. Anyway.
We never said that.
All right. The story I want to tell about, go ahead on, man, leave me alone, is about little Johnny and little Jimmy.
Huh?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Johnny can't dance, you know that, right?
Anyway, so Johnny and Jimmy is about 5 years old, and they both go to school together. Johnny is a little black guy. Jimmy is a little white guy. All right? Jimmy goes home and tells his mom, "Hey, Mom, I want to look like my twin brother." So he wants to get a buzz cut. And he goes and he gets a buzz cut. And he tells his mom, "Now when we go to school, the teacher won't be able to tell us apart." Okay? So he gets to school, boy, and they look at each other, and they're hugging on each other, and they loving on each other and everything like that. And they're like, "I bet you the teacher don't know which one is which." Okay? The moral of my story is, if he'd have went home and told his mom what he wanted to do, and if the mom would have said, "Hey, you're white, he's black," he'd have been like, "What do you mean?" The moral of the story, racism and separation in our community starts at the house. If you are teaching your children that there's a difference between black and white, you are the problem. And there's no room in our community, in our leadership area, or anywhere else for that to be going on. We need to start bringing our families together. It's not about black, white. It's not about Republican, Democrat, Catholic, Baptist. It's about one love. We all need to love on each other and bring this back together. Bring the family back together, okay? So if somebody tell you that's not what goes on in my house, you're wrong. Because if you're speaking it, that's who you are, okay? Now that's separation. Now let's bring us back together. This weekend, there's a lot going on. A lot of people helping in the community. Dr. Timmy Chasson, he'll be giving away toys on Friday at J.W. Falk. So if you want to get in touch with him to give toys away, I know a lot of us be looking to do extra things. You're in Walmart, you got that little bonus check. Buy an extra toy, reach out to Dr. Timmy Chasson. He'll be giving toys away at J.W. Falk on Friday. And then he'll be collaborating with Chris Arsenault. I see the last name right, Arsenault. Yeah, Arsenault at the Muni Golf Course.
Arsenal.
Yeah, what Muni is called? J. Hebert?
Lionel and Jay.
Lionel J. Yes, I apologize. I called it Muni so long. The golf course on Louisiana Avenue. Okay? On Saturday, they'll be giving toys away over there as well, and Santa Claus will be showing up over there as well. So Dr. Timmy Chasson, he has 2 toy giveaways, one on Friday at J.W. Falk, and one on Saturday at the golf course on the corner of Louisiana Avenue and Mud. So you can get in touch with Dr. Timmy Chasson, Chris Arsenault, or myself if you don't know how to get in touch with one of these guys, and give them some toys so that way they can bless other people. There's a family at J.W. Falk. They just had a big house fire, and their children don't have anything. So that's one of the families that he's trying to bless. So let's do what we do in our community, come together and help the less fortunate. Once again, as our chairman said, Merry Christmas and blessed holidays to all of you guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Executive, excuse me, Executive Mayor President's Report. Mr. Mayor, let me give you the mic. You've got it, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Appreciate everybody taking the time to be here today. We have a lot of really good presentations scheduled, so I'm looking forward to it. I echo the sentiments of Councilman Rubin. I appreciate your words, and I appreciate the example you give us. And think about it. We're about to celebrate Christmas. Christmas. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, okay? Our Savior. I pray that the blood of Jesus Christ cover our community, cover each one in this room, cover our country, okay? Natural love from God, meaning it's natural for those children in that example, and I don't know if it's a real story that you said or not, or real facts, but the point of it is, it's a taught behavior to feel something different than the joy of those children that Councilman Rubin referenced. Children don't see that. You come out of the womb through natural love from God, which has no hate. So while we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, I ask all of us as a community, come together, find a way where we can get better. Not here to judge, not here to point any fingers. It's not our place. It's for a higher power. But I do know where true love comes from, and it's from God. So let's execute that natural love for our community, for our neighbors, no matter what we look like, no matter where we come from, to better our community. So I appreciate the leadership. I appreciate your kind words, and I thank you. So, all right. I'm also very appreciative of John Gilbo's red jacket.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, it takes some oomph.
That's right. And
Is that
while
what it
you
is?
while you're
Vermilion
bringing that
red?
up, Mr.
I
Mayor-
like that.
Mr. Mayor, this tie was purchased here or given to me by a young girl by the name of Julie. She was at 12, and it was during the Save the Children back in the days. You were probably too young to remember, but
Maybe.
it was a big movement, and I had the privilege of meeting her at a conference, and she gave me and it's her design and so forth.
Oh, I like that. And can you clarify one dispute that we have up here? Is this a Christmas jacket or a Raging Cajun jacket?
It's both, depending on the
Now
situation.
that is a politician. You see that?
Public servant, sir.
Public servant, solution provider. No, I'm kidding with you. I love you, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
It was that good deal, I almost bought it.
Hey,
I beat you
need
to it.
one. I need one. So outside of normal business that I'm about to announce, I will say how proud we are of our Raging Cajuns. We are going to be in the New Orleans Bowl here Saturday. If you can, yes, there you go. That's right. We have a new coach, Mike Decimo. So we welcome Coach Decimo, who's a longtime Raging Cajun, loves our university, loves our community. Welcome his family to the leadership role that they've been thrust into. So if you can make it down to New Orleans, looks good tickets, good price, good atmosphere. Let's pull on the vermilion and red, pull for our Raging Cajuns. If you can't tune in on ESPN. ESPN at 8 o'clock on Saturday, and let's root for our university. So that being said, we have budget to actual, Mr. Chair, comparison of major parish funds, October 2021 preliminary. Director Toops is behind me if you have any questions.
Any questions, council members? Okay, anything else, Mr. Mayor?
That is, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, resolutions.
That
This is a public hearing, and speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, please read.
Parish Resolution 16, 2021, a resolution of the Lafayette Parish Council providing for canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the special election held in the Parish of Lafayette, State of Louisiana on Saturday, November 13th, 2021, to authorize the renewal of special taxes therein and rededication of a special tax therein.
Need a motion, second. Been moved by Councilman Nakam, seconded by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Resolution 17, 2021, a resolution of the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of that property located at 406 D. Arsenault Road, assessment number 6025487, to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Need a motion, second. Been moved by Councilman Nakam, seconded by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Resolution 18, 2021, a resolution of the Lafayette Parish Council approving the budget of revenues and expenditures of the Acadiana Criminalistics Laboratory for fiscal year 2022.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Tabor, seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Joint resolutions. This is a public hearing, and speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, please read.
Joint Resolution 43, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council, Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government, authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President on behalf of Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to join with the state of Louisiana and other local governmental units as a participant in the agreement entitled Louisiana State Local Government Opioid Litigation Memorandum of Understanding and any subsequent formal agreements necessary to implement the MOU, including but not limited to the subdivision settlement participation forms in Exhibit K of the Distributor Settlement Agreement and the Janssen Settlement Agreement.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Carlson, seconded by Councilman Nakka. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
District 3? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 44, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 214 IB Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Rubin, seconded by Councilman Nakka. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 45, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 2830 Louisiana Avenue, Unit 63, to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Nakka, seconded by Councilman Rubin. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 46, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of the 200 block of Ben B. Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated cost.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Carlson and seconded by Councilman Nakka. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 2?
Yeah.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. District 1? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved.
Okay, reports and our discussion items. Jeremy, please read.
Mandy Mitchell, President and CEO of Lafayette Economic Development Authority.
Ms. Mandy, would you come to the mic and introduce yourself? Hold on, Mandy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mandy Mitchell, President and CEO of Lafayette Economic Development Authority. I'm pleased to be here with you this evening. Very excited to be back home here in Lafayette. I have lived here almost all of my life, except for a few years attending college in New Orleans at the University of New Orleans, and a few years early in my career in Lake Charles, and I have spent probably 15 to 20 years commuting to Baton Rouge. So it is a pleasure to be here at home and to be working here in Lafayette. I am a Lafayette native. I'm a graduate of Northside High School. My family roots are part Cajun, part Yankee. So my family, my mother's family is from Church Point, good old Acadia Parish, Duplessis and Sacheries. And my father, Lafayette Mitchell, is from Pennsylvania. So that's where I get my Yankee from. But the two of them met at USL. And so my brother and I and sisters were born of that union. Again, I'm a graduate of the University of New Orleans. I have an engineering degree and also a master's in business. And I have worked for the United States Army Corps of Engineers. I worked for Bell South. For a few years, I worked for myself as a consultant. And then most recently, I worked for the State Department of Economic Development as the #2 person at that department, working on projects really statewide. And so it is a pleasure to bring my experiences here at home. I look forward to growing jobs in Lafayette Parish, growing investment, bringing together my experiences in community relations, government relations, engineering and project management, business development, and economic development. I plan to focus on retaining existing businesses and helping them to grow by removing impediments and challenges and identifying opportunities. And I also would like to attract new businesses to our community at the same time. We will build on our strengths in a number of areas: healthcare, technology and innovation, as well as logistics. We have a play that we can make in the aviation space. The energy sector as well is, believe it or not, poised for growth. As you all know, many of our major oil and gas companies around the globe have rebranded themselves as energy companies, and that is because everyone is now focused on playing in the space of the energy transition, which may take some time, but nonetheless, I think Lafayette and Acadiana can position itself to be a player in that space with all of the leadership and the ingenuity that we have brought to the table in oil and gas. I will also work on boosting entrepreneurship in our community. We do an excellent job. I know you all are familiar with the Opportunity Machine. They focus on second stage high growth companies that are incubated there and going through the process of being accelerated. I also want to enhance and add to that a focus on small businesses, homegrown mom and pop businesses. What can we do to help those aspiring business owners, those current business owners, to grow? What can we do to enhance and improve the ecosystem for them? I intend to advocate for wise infrastructure investments. We all know that we are long overdue for the completion of I-49 South and the I-49 connector, and I know that there have been some active discussions and engagements regarding the context-sensitive design of the roadways, the boulevard and service roads that would go along with that. So I plan to engage in infrastructure, in advocating for wise infrastructure investments. And I also plan to advocate to support disadvantaged businesses, women and minority businesses in our community. There are state resources that are available and also local resources. I want to make sure that they're aware and that they're taking advantage of those resources. Lastly, and not least of the importance among my goals, is to focus on North Lafayette, trying to bring back jobs and investment to North Lafayette so that our entire community can be growing and moving forward. I've had a chance to meet with most of you prior to this evening, and I look forward to visiting with those of you that I haven't had the chance to visit with one-on-one to make sure I understand your goals for your part of the parish so that I can make sure that LEDA's vision and mission and goals are in alignment. So that is my 50-second spiel.
Thanks, Mandy,
Yeah.
and welcome home, and certainly congratulations on the appointment. Without a doubt, a good decision on the part of individuals. And do know that we are here. We're here to support you and do what we can to help you with this very ambitious plan that you have just laid out in terms of these programs. And I cannot say enough. I think you bring up a very bright spot to our parish, and we'll be engaging more with you, and I will look forward to those conversations into the future. So
Thank you.
thanks and welcome, and we're here, so don't hesitate.
Thank you. Look forward to working with each and every one of you.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Mandy, Councilman Rubin has a...
I just wanted to say congratulations, and we're looking forward to the great job that we know that you can do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mandy.
Appreciate it.
Good. Okay. Okay, next item, Jeremy?
Parish Proud presentation.
All right, let me just, I'm going to just, oh, you're going to do it, Brianne?
Sure, yeah.
You're doing it, or is it, we're going to let Chuck do it, or who's going to?
You want me to do it?
Chuck, we'll let you do the introduction, and then we'll take it from there. Okay?
Are we ready? All right. Well, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Chuck LaGrange. I'm the Executive Director of the Stuller Family Foundation and a proud member of the Parish Proud team. I'd like to start off by thanking council, particularly Mr. Gilbo. I love the jacket, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
For inviting us to speak here today. Also want to thank the administration, Mayor President Guillory and his team, happy birthday, Sidra, as well as Public Works and EQ for their ongoing support and partnership. But before we begin, I want to preface our presentation with this. Parish Proud is not just a litter organization. We are also a beautification organization. We are an organization of engaged citizens. We are all united with the common goal of creating a better quality of place here in Lafayette. But we got a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, our surroundings, our sportsman's paradise, if you will, it's got a few wrinkles. We got some litter issues, some illegal dumping issues, signage, a couple of unkept places. It's not visually pleasing. Sometimes it can, quite frankly, be embarrassing. And overall, it kind of clouds the aesthetic beauty of our environment, while at the same time it can depreciate the value of our homes, our businesses. It can discourage investment, even tourism. We're not doing ourselves any favors by being apathetic in any way towards these issues. We do have a beautiful landscape, and we don't need to transform it into a potential health hazard or a dumping ground. That's not the kind of transformative city we want to be or be known for. It's time to stop kicking the proverbial can down the road, no pun intended, and start working together, and I think we are, to take care of this once and for all. The issues here are not complicated, they're not controversial, and they're surely not insurmountable. But fixing them is going to take time. It's going to take considerable effort and determination, political, public will, funding, and some good old Cajun ingenuity. But we're going to cross that finish line. And we're going to do that by sticking together as a team, as partners, as citizens, as problem solvers, and a united voice. Because there will come a day when we will all celebrate and enjoy a litter-free and a beautiful Lafayette. A Lafayette that is thriving and appealing, a community that encourages investment and is full of optimism and hope, a vibrant community where we all live, work, play, and hopefully retire. A community that is the true essence and embodiment of us, a true joie de vivre, if you will. And so I'm going to kind of get off my soapbox here and turn it over to Breanne Hendricks. She is the Executive Director of Parish Proud, to tell you a whole bunch more about us and about what we're doing to move us forward. Breanne?
Am I good? There we go. Okay, so thanks, Chuck, for that introduction. And like he said, I'm just here to tell you a little bit about Parish Proud and what we do. I'm also a hometown girl from Lafayette. I currently live in the city of Lafayette. Before it was Scott, Karen Crow, lived in Dusson for a bit. So kind of run the mill of the area. So while Chuck hits our 30,000 feet mark, I want to get really down to our nitty gritties. So what is the history behind Parish Proud? Well, Parish Proud started back in 2019 by Mr. Matt Steller, who's sitting right there in the audience, as a 501c3 whose mission is to advocate for a cleaner and greener Acadiana. These leaders really just wanted us to all come together and have this citizen-driven change. Since then, we've done a lot of events. I'm sure you guys have seen us around or seen our vest, our grabbers on a few different citizens, and they really drive us. So at our core, what Parish Proud is, so we just want, like Chuck said, a parish that's just as visually appealing as our culture. People come from all over and say, oh my God, people in Acadiana, I've never met anyone like that. They're the sort of people that can take a bug and make it delicious, you know? We're unique and we celebrate that. We just want the same for our landscapes. So to that mission, we wanted something really simple, and we call it our 3 E's. That's eliminate litter, encourage beautification, enhance parish pride. As an umbrella organization, we speak with one voice, because we know it's one voice, we can get a lot more done if we're all on different parts of the road squabbling. So how exactly we work to those goals? We've engaged some 1,400 volunteers in the past year and a half. And with COVID, that's pretty impressive numbers. We've cleaned 141 miles. That's the equivalent of a 5K every weekend. We've picked up close to 56,000 pounds of litter. And we've placed our some 300 do not litter signs. I'm sure you guys have seen those around the parish. We try to tailor them specifically to different areas because we feel that if someone is in Broussard and they're from Broussard and they see a don't litter Broussard, you know, you feel a little bit more of that pride. And maybe while you were previously thinking of throwing your beer bottle out of the door, or not the door, out of your window, maybe you stop and think a second time about it. But we don't just focus on litter, like I said. We've mulched trees. We've spruced up parks. We've really come to educate citizens on a quality of place. And what a quality of place means is we like things to be green, clean, walkable, bikeable, and just overall vibrant. At our core, what we do is we create partnerships that last. We put the citizens in the driver's seat, and they galvanize the change that comes for us. We know that the sum is better than the one, and we know that that's the key to everything. Collaboration is key. That's how we're going to get this thing done. Boots on the ground, everybody. I mean, Mr. John Gilbo's come out quite a few times to our litter pickups, and every time I see him with a full bag walking back towards us. So what we do is we provide those resources in order to do that. At every one of our litter or beautification events, we provide the vests, the grabbers, the gloves, the bags, everything that these citizens, our municipalities, or governments need to do this to go forward. So we know that together we can really tip the scale for this change. We can work collaboratively. We've done it a lot in the past for different things. This is just a slightly different area. We can encourage beautification, encourage the more planting of flowers. We have a gorgeous azalea trail. Let's celebrate that. So what's more is how can you become involved, or how can citizens become involved? We're creating an army here, and we need as many people as we can. So what you can do is you can contact us about becoming an ambassador with Parish Proud. You can become a business ambassador, a municipality ambassador, or just a regular resident citizen ambassador. Both Karen Crow and Broussard, to this point, have established municipality programs. That's Karen Crow Proud and Broussard Proud. As a business ambassador, we encourage you to pick up around your areas. It's good for business. People like to shop at places that are clean. as a resident, we know that no one knows your area better than you are. That's your home. You know that place. We just want that info to help you go and clean up where you need to. Also, if you're looking to support our efforts, but you want to do so on a smaller scale, you can always come out and volunteer with us. Share our message. The more people we can educate, the better. And we know that together we can be parish proud. And I just wanted to leave some time for any questions and answers you guys had.
Okay, I'll get it started. I know there's a couple of council members that want to speak as well. And Chuck and Brianne, I know you do a fantastic job. I've witnessed it, and I have seen the organization in action, and we have a lot to be proud of, really proud. And Matt, I see you sitting out there, and you're kind of taking a little profile right now, but let me tell you, we really do appreciate you and CC and all the work that you have done to help this parish. I got to tell you a little story, and you may have seen some of it in these pictures. Matt and Cece on some weekends go out there and they actually hang the signs themselves. I mean, that's how committed they are. And Matt, you've made a tremendous investment in this community, and the least that we can do, is not litter, not throw our trash out there. You know, Matt is not asking you to give him $100,000 to do this program or whatever it is, millions. All he's asking is that we pick up our litter, stash it in your car or whatever it might be, and go from there with it. Unbelievable. There's, you know, we live in this community. It's our community. Let's take pride in what we have. You know, we take pride in our football programs and baseball and high schools and everything we take pride in. What about the litter? You know, when people come into this community, it's sometimes very shameful. I've had Parish Proud come out to a couple of streets in my district, and 2 days later, you would never know that it was cleaned up. Shame on these people. Shame on you if you're one of those throwing these things out. So there are opportunities, as been stated, and you know, one thing that I would encourage and add to your list is when you're out walking the dog or whatever, bring a catcher and bring a little bag and pick up some paper. You know, I see that throughout the neighborhoods. Just pick it up. Doesn't hurt. Bend over. It won't hurt. Maybe us old folks, maybe we could, you know, use a little bend over. And, you know, and again, like I said, don't throw from the moving vehicles. Keep it in the car. Become an ambassador. Become a volunteer. It's very rewarding, and I tell you what, it's a feel-good at the end of the day once you see what you have done. But the downside is you go back in a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and it's back to where we were. So congratulations, Matt. Thank you for all that you have done for this community. You and CC very much appreciated and very much recognized, and we thank you. Councilman Carlson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, let me say this, Chuck, when I can't help but be honest that I was a little disappointed whenever you took the position as the executive director of the Stellar Family Foundation.
I'll second that. The garbage can fix.
Not because I didn't think you were the best person for the job, because I do believe that.
That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
I knew we were losing a great representative over at Stellar, but with that said, I don't think there's anyone better to lead that organization. I certainly appreciate the foundation's support of the Parish Proud initiative. And I, too, want to echo the sentiments of Chairman Gilbo that you know, Mr. Stellar, I think there are very few people that have contributed so much to our community, but business contributions aside, I think this is so important and so valuable, and I want to highlight this aspect, that this is not something that I think that we could do as your local government. I don't think it would be nearly as successful as what it is. We can be here, we cannot, you know, we play a part in it certainly, but we cannot, through higher fines or increased police patrol or, you know, there are things that we can do, but we cannot have the kind of impact that a nonprofit organization leading this charge, rallying businesses, and having government undergird and support that effort. We could not do as good a job if this was an LCG initiative as much good as what Parish Proud is doing. And so I certainly appreciate everything that you're doing. I certainly appreciate your leadership, because the truth is, the only way that we are going to solve this problem is by encouraging people to take pride in the community that they live in. Plain and simple. If we don't love where we live enough to keep that litter in our vehicle or in our pocket, then no law that we pass or penalty we enforce is going to be the sole answer. I think it's part of it, and I know we're taking steps to do that, but I certainly appreciate you. I think this is a great organization. Everywhere that I go, I see those don't litter signs, which I think are great. I feel like every week, especially on Saturday morning, when I leave my home, I feel like no matter where I'm going, I see a crew of Parish Proud people somewhere throughout the parish picking up litter. And so it's great to see. And thank you to all three of you and this organization. I couldn't be more proud of this initiative. And whatever I can do, whatever we can do as a parish council, please let us know.
Thank you.
I'm going to offer a challenge to my fellow council members, since we all feel like we lost a valuable component person over at Republic when he left, and now he's here. Let's go out and show that love, and let's help with Parish Pride and do a Saturday or whatever it might be, one of the cleanup campaigns, and show him that, yeah, we miss you at Republic, but we're glad where you are, and we support you. Great organization. Thanks to all of you. I mean, fantastic, and we're here. Let us know. Thanks.
Thank you.
We appreciate.
Mr. Stoller, did you want to, you want to take a couple of minutes? Come on. We've been throwing it at you. Get up here.
Well, I've been enjoying the show.
There you go.
You know, it's all about, coming up with ideas and being able to delegate and make sure we execute well. It was really interesting. You know, we spent about 7 or 8 months with Skylar Rideau, that was a leader with the Project Front Yard. We did a lot of surveys. We went out and talked to a lot of people. And it was really interesting because so many people always felt that it was your job to be able to go clean up the city.
Right.
And really, truly, it's us, the people, that are making the mess. And so we felt that it was important that if we got government support, that we had to show the council and councils now, and we had to be able to prove our mission to ensure that we had full support from you guys. And it's not that we come to ask you for money. You know, Josh, it's like we come to ask you for support of what you can do within government. Enforcement is going to be a really, really critical issue, and there will be some adoptions, hopefully, next year in January, in trying to reduce some of the clutter of the ordinances, trying to make it easy for citations to be written. We're real excited in getting 311 on board for dumping and for littering, where we can get the entire public to be able to report what they see. We talked about some really exciting and creative ideas, you know, of dash cameras and buses and Republic trucks, and being able to document and record when we're seeing litter, to be able to create citations from that, be able to do community service. It's really interesting. We found a gold mine of, I forgot what it was, you know, plus or minus a few 10,000 hours, but about 30 to 40, 140,000 hours of community service that have not been served. That is an incredible army that we as Parish Proud hope to be able to orchestrate, of being able to have people go out and serve out their community service, but more importantly is be able to have the churches and the civic groups and the individuals and people who love their subdivisions and coteries to be able to take pride in their communities and keep it up. This is not just about picking up litter or growing trees. It really is about changing the hearts of people. It's about changing the culture so that when we do clean up, you don't go back in a couple of days and feel like it hasn't ever been done before. We have one of the largest populations of pickup trucks in the nation right here in Acadiana. And unfortunately, so often, people use the bed of their pickup trucks as their trash bag, and that stuff blows out. There's so many different areas, that we have the opportunity to work on to be able to you'll never eliminate it all. There is some natural litter that'll just happen no matter what. But the intention of littering, the intention, of abusing our beautiful community, I say all of the time, it's a shame, is that when people are going out and they're trashing with their garbage our properties, that should never allowed to ever be happen. So we're really excited about the win that we've caught. As Chuck says, this is not argumentative. Everyone agrees. It's really a great idea. We do realize that this is a long tail. The tail never stops. But I think in the first 2 years, we've gotten our great momentum going, and we're really looking forward for a long time to come to be able to work, with you and the other council to be able to support our incredible community called Lafayette Parish. Thanks a lot so much. And if you have any questions, I'm more than answer as well as Chuck or Bree.
I don't see any other questions or comments, so my thanks to all three of you for coming. Great program, and certainly, Mr. Stoll, anything that we can do to support, we're here.
Thank you. So
Good.
sorry that you asked me to come up and talk, because I'll get on
That's okay.
my soapbox
You
very easily.
weren't, you weren't going to get off that easy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm passionate and love at what I do. I am like you
It
guys.
shows.
I'm a native, of Lafayette, and we deserve better, and we will make that happen.
Anyone at your age gets up on that tall ladder and hangs a sign, pretty good. Thanks.
You're not going to believe this. I love doing that, Yeah.
Well.
Thank you so much.
I'll go hold the ladder for you. Thanks, appreciate it.
Do that together.
Okay, ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing, and speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, please read.
Parish Ordinance 68, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $60,000 and appropriating within the IS&T Department for civil service testing and technology upgrades.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Tabor. I need a second.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2.
No.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 69, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $1,250,000 and appropriating within the Public Works Department for War Memorial Building public health and safety upgrades.
Need motion and second. Been moved by Councilman Nakhan, seconded by Councilman Rubin. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 70, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $115,000 and appropriating within the Department of IS&T for self-service kiosks.
Need a motion and second. Motion by Councilman Tabor, seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Okay. Councilman Nakhan.
Yes, if administration, can you shed some light, why are we spending money in IS and, like, what's all this about?
So thank you for asking this. The idea behind the kiosks, we're calling these kiosks.
Is that for the enterprise thing with the cars? For the employees and?
No, that's something different. The idea here is that we would install kiosks at some of the public buildings within LCG's purview so that citizens could come up and do various self-service things. They might be able to pay, I don't want to overly commit, but eventually the idea would be they could go to a kiosk and, as example, pay a utility bill or an LUS Fiber bill, or they might be able to apply for a permit or maybe schedule a meeting with a council person. So the idea here is that it's eliminating the need for people to have face-to-face interaction with a teller, with a clerk, and they might be able to self-service at a kiosk. They walk up and punch in whatever they need and take care of their business.
And we taking this out of ARPA?
Yes, correct, because, and it does, I believe that the idea being that as it eliminates the person-to-person contact, that's where the idea comes into place, that it qualifies for ARPA.
It's parish money, but we're going to spend it in the city?
It's actually, it's a combination, I believe. This is a split. No, this is not a joint ordinance.
That's what I'm getting. I understand the concept. I'm not disagreeing with the concept, but a steward of $115,000, the unincorporated area ain't gonna go downtown and use a kiosk to pay a US bill. What I'm saying is if it's $115,000 of parish money, but these kiosks are gonna be located in the city of Lafayette, how is that spending my parish money correctly?
I understand your question. They would be located at parish, or at LCG facilities, which are, I think, all located within the city. So you're absolutely correct. But the constituents still, everybody that lives in the city lives in the parish, and it does service the ability for people to come and conduct business with LCG at a self-service location rather than having to interact. So parish residents, absolutely, if they're applying for a permit or, that was another big issue, was applying for permits through CDP, Community Development and Planning.
I hear you. I guess my question is this same ordinance, is the city using any of their funds to put kiosks?
Not on this proposed ordinance, no. It was all being proposed as a parish ordinance.
I have a little problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I think it should be joint, or I think maybe perhaps if it's going to be used that way, I don't see the benefit in the parish. I understand that argument is going to be brought up for the rest of our life, is that every ounce in the city is in the parish.
Right.
Okay, everybody's going to use that. I get that. But I got to be a good steward of the parish ARPA money.
Sure.
And it's a great tool and it's cool. I think that ordinance should be coming from the city of Lafayette, in my opinion, being that it's going to focus within the city of Lafayette. That's just my thoughts. Obviously, nobody might not agree with me, and that's okay, but I have to bring it up and say I would have preferred to see either a joint effort on this, because I feel like the parish has used some ARPA money to do some things within the city, and that's rightfully so, but I just want to be cautious of potentially where else could we be smarter with the $115,000 as far as for investing in kiosks that are going to be located centrally within the city of Lafayette. That's just my concern. There's no kiosk going in Scott, Karen Crow, Youngsville, Dusson.
It's not planned to, because we don't have any LCG-owned facilities in other municipalities.
Right, but think about this, if we had that in the future and you wanted to pay your parish property tax bill, or you wanted, or other services, your garbage bill, right? Unincorporated area, instead of going to Republic, you can go to the kiosk and you can pay your garbage bill. So I'm just.
It's a great point, and you're definitely highlighting some opportunities for us to partner with other municipalities. I could absolutely see a benefit, particularly with the parish component that you brought to it, whether it be a waste collection, parish taxes. I mean, we have a great working relationship with the other municipalities, so it's certainly an opportunity for us to partner to extend, I guess, At this point, what we're proposing is a little bit different from what you're proposing. Maybe this is more of the pilot before we extend out to the other municipalities, but I think you're bringing some really valid points to the table. I'd love to see this kiosk idea grow beyond just, like you said, our LCG-owned facilities and reach across the actual city lines and go into the other municipalities to offer the same services.
And I think it brings, I guess the point I'm getting at is, just like being under consolidated government benefits the city of Lafayette on your garbage bill,
Right.
just like it benefits the unincorporated area. Because if you
Right.
were not together, your garbage bill in the city of Lafayette would be through the roof, because you'd have to negotiate just a contract for there, then a different there. So I guess with this kiosk, I think I can see it being a joint effort and really taking care of the whole parish and utilizing those services. I just have a little problem with spending my $115,000 right now on that. As far as when I say on that, meaning it's just coming out of our parish money. Well, why haven't we maybe hit the brake and say, you know what, we can make this plan even bigger and better, but maybe we need to see, are you willing to join in? Are you willing to put in and make this thing an absolutely home run hit versus just jacking 115? It's a good cause. I understand where you're going, but I guess I'm looking at this for the bigger picture, talking about working together and bringing community together. I think the kiosk is a great idea. I just have a little problem with letting the 115 coming out of my pocket right now, because I think the city should contribute, because it's going to benefit everyone as a whole. And then maybe go to the municipalities and say, hey, y'all got ARPA money too. How about we put some kiosks throughout the parish and make it work all together? So if I'm against this, it's for that reason. Not that I don't believe in your project.
Sure.
I just don't believe in the 115 right now, because I think other people need to come to the table. Thank you.
Sure.
Councilman Carlson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And along those lines, I do think maybe we can look at putting some of those kiosks maybe in some of the libraries, which would be more spread out, which I guess are parish-owned, library-owned buildings, parish-owned buildings. I don't know if they qualify. But I would add this, not that I disagree with what you're saying, Councilman Nakhan, because I certainly want to protect the parish finances, and I certainly appreciate your efforts to do that. But if I'm not mistaken, the money that came into ARPA for that we oversee, the parish side of it, was based on the population of the entire parish, half of which is made up by City of Lafayette residents. It doesn't mean that that parish money is only to be spent outside the city limits of Lafayette. I mean, Parish Councilman John Gilbo's district is represents 90% of the city of Lafayette, or 75% of the residents of Lafayette. So 96. That money, that pot of money that we have from the federal government to spend on projects is to benefit all parish residents, half of which are City of Lafayette residents additionally. And so I don't see it as well, this is only benefiting the city residents of Lafayette. So you have a question about it. Yes, that might be true today, but $25 million of the $49 million that the parish received because of population came from residents living in the city of Lafayette. I don't think it's unreasonable to say, let's take $115,000 and put that towards some IS&T kiosks that primarily benefit the city residents of Lafayette. Additionally, I know during budget time there were some questions of the amount of money that the parish contributes towards IS&T. And there are some legitimate, I think there's valid reasons for why it is where it is today. But this is also additional money that we're contributing towards IS&T, and it provides for some more equity in that department as well. So I certainly hear what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying $24 million of what we have to spend is because of the population in the city of Lafayette. I don't think $115,000 is unreasonable to say this is primarily going to benefit the city residents.
Councilman Nakhan.
I hear you. I'm just saying, then the city should be putting some money up for this, because they might make up 50% of the population, but 100% of the kiosks is in the city of Lafayette, okay? So all I'm trying to say is 115 is coming out of ours, Yes, I understand we have the bigger picture because the population's in there. I'm just saying it should be more of a joint effort. And I'm saying that we should be partnering with our other municipalities to help the people within the parish to pay their garbage bill by the kiosk, could do property taxes. There are other avenues. And all I'm saying is it's only the parish council that's coughing up the money right now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against the project at all. I just don't think that why is the parish council teeing it off first? Why haven't that same ordinance come across and put another 115 through the city of Lafayette? I mean, we're consolidating. That's the beauty of not wanting to go down the road of deconsolidating, because you can use consolidation to the benefit of making it a better overall. I hear what you're saying, and I think we're talking the same language. I'm just saying, yes, they make up 50% of the population, but it's 100% of the parish. I mean, 100% of the machines are going within the city of Lafayette, that's all I'm saying. You know, I want it to be good for all is what I'm saying. So I'm just thinking, you know, I want to see somebody else come to the table. That's all I'm getting at. I'm not against the city. I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I think it's a great idea, but I have a vision. I'm in business development. I'm talking about community, I'm talking about building strength and why we should stay consolidated. This is a prime example of why you don't want to deconsolidate, because then you can partner up together and put kiosks throughout the parish to take care of everybody's needs. That's all I'm trying to say, you know. We got people that live in rural areas, and I know your district's 90% of the city, and I totally get that. I'm not against the city of Lafayette, believe me. I'm just saying maybe the city of Lafayette should use some of their ARPA money as well, because 100% of the kiosks are scheduled to be within the city of Lafayette. That's all. I mean, nobody did anything wrong. Nobody's doing anything wrong. I'm just saying I can't support it as it is because of 100% of those machines are in the city of Lafayette, and it's paid by 100% from the parish. Just split it up across the board. Let's join hands and make it work for everybody. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad. I think y'all got to vote how y'all got to vote. I'm just looking at it from that perspective. I'd rather come back and put some other hands joining in that. That's all I'm saying.
Councilman Tabor.
Two issues, Kevin. I know, and you're talking about not living in, not having anything to do with it. My water bill says LUS on it, and it's, you know, it's paid to LUS. I'm not going to go to a kiosk and mail it, but some may. The other point is, to me, this is a one-time deal, and as we're going to put in the money for the one-time deal, but as far as the maintenance, there's still going to be maintenance and upkeep on it, I'm sure. And the ITS is going to have to take care of that, which is, again, split by us, but to a narrow margin.
Maintenance, I just want to see everybody come to the table.
What I'm saying is they'll be at the table when the maintenance time comes on. I mean, we're paying the one time, and that's where I'm looking at it. Thank you.
Mayor President?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If I could offer this for consideration. Councilman Knockham, great points. I do agree with you. This is one of the many examples of why we're stronger together, stronger during consolidation. Also, I always like to chime in that everybody should pitch in, so it's good points. One thing to think about, though, our IS&T, because of consolidation, our IS&T is in a very good position to facilitate this type of program, this initiative, this capital investment, and I would be open to working with all the municipalities in the parish if they're at a point where they can facilitate this service, this product, then we should be open to that. Lafayette being the largest municipality, clearly the infrastructure would cost a little bit more. So I don't think it would be too burdensome on the parish finances if we were to find a way to do that. It's my understanding Councilman Carlson brought up the point about libraries and how we can expand. That's an excellent tool where we can expand even through the parish. So we just need to find ways to bring this service to all of our residents in the parish. I think everybody's making a good point. I do support this, and I would ask for y'all to vote yes, but also take into consideration what Councilman Knockham is saying. So thank you.
Okay, any other comments? Not hearing any. Then we shall,
No public comment.
no public comments?
No, sir.
Okay, let's vote.
District 5,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
No.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 71, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $1,481,209 and appropriating within the Community Development and Planning Department for consulting.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Tabor. Been seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 72, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $43,200 and appropriating within the Parish Council Office for audit costs.
Need a motion second. Been moved by Councilman Carlson, seconded by Councilman Tabor. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 73, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $12,500 and appropriating within the Parish Council Office for historic books digitization.
Need a motion second. Moved by Councilman Nakhan, seconded by Councilman Rubin. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Yes. District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. An ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 2021-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $1.5 million and appropriating within the Megahertz Radio Management Fund for the replacement of the Emergency Operations 800 Megahertz backup radio system.
Need a motion second. Moved by Councilman Nakhan. Been seconded by Councilman Rubin. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Parish Ordinance 75, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to enter into an intergovernmental agreement between Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government and the City of Carencro concerning the surface improvements to Moss Street.
Need a motion second.
Second.
Been motioned by Councilman Tabor, seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Joint ordinance for final adoption. This is a public hearing, and speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, please read.
Joint Ordinance 83, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing reimbursement revenues from State of Louisiana Facility Planning and Control for the Bayou Vermilion Flood Control Project J282102 in the amount of $26,600,000 and appropriating these funds along with the required match in the amount of $8,866,667 within the Public Works Department Capital Improvements Division for said project.
Need motion second. Been moved by Councilman Nakhan.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Carlson. Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Call for the vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Introductory ordinances, I need a motion and second to introduce items 23 to 24 in globo. Jeremy, please, I need a motion, yeah, okay. Been moved by Councilman Nakhan, seconded by Councilman Rubin. Jeremy, please read.
Parish Ordinance 76, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 651 American Rescue Plan 21 Parish Fund in the amount of $1.5 million and appropriating within the Public Works Department for the Robley Drive Detention Pond Project and transfer the same amount within existing 275 funding by transferring $500,000 to the Parish Drainage Improvements Project and $1 million to the Parish Streets Project. Parish Ordinance 77, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues received from the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service under the Federal Grant Emergency Watershed Protection Program Assistance for Natural Disasters in the amount of $315,774 and allocating said funds within the Drainage Department.
Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
No, sir.
Then I call for the vote from council to introduce items 23 and 24 in globo.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1? Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
Joint introductory ordinances, I need a motion and second to introduce items 26 through 31 in globo. Been moved by Councilman Tabor, seconded by Councilman Rubin. Jeremy, please read the ordinances.
Joint Ordinance 84, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell at public internet auctions surplus miscellaneous movable property which are no longer needed for public purposes as per the attached list. Joint Ordinance 85, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell one damaged surplus ProLink IQ with software diagnostic scan tool that is no longer needed for public purposes to Snap-on Industrial for a total bid price of $2,902.88. Joint Ordinance 86, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues in the amount of $3,459,655.38 in emergency rental assistance program funds received from the U.S. Department of the Treasury and appropriating funds within the Community Development and Planning Department. Joint Ordinance 87, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Lot 5 of the Hardy-Douillon subdivision located at 115 Kermit Drive. Joint Ordinance 88, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Lot 3 of the Kermit-Douillon subdivision located at 116 Kermit Drive. Joint Ordinance 89, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Tract 1 of the Don Mendoza subdivision located at 7301 Johnson Street.
Any council discussion? Ms. Williams, any public comment?
We do have one speaker signed in for item number 28, Kim Boudreau, regarding emergency rental assistance.
Okay.
Good evening. It's great to be with y'all here this evening. Kim Boudreau with Catholic Charities of Acadiana. I just wanted to share an update on the emergency rental assistance program, just as a follow-up to the previous allocations that have gone out. In the first allocation of ERAP 1, we began distributing emergency rental assistance on April 1st of this year. And within 6 months, we administered $3.4 million helping save 615 households from losing their housing. And so as we share our good news about the holidays and saving children, 615 households were able to stay in their housing because of this program, which was incredible. After we finished spending the first allocation, we began spending on September 24th, the second allocation, and so far, since September 24th, we have helped an additional 431 households, spending $2.1 million. And so altogether, since we began on April 1st of this year, 1,046 households have avoided eviction. And so that meant additionally landlords that had been behind on receiving their rent payments were helped. And it was a blessing to be able to work with the landlords and the tenants to help get so many of our neighbors back on track. So we have about 1.4 million left in the allocation that we're spending now. So this ordinance that is being introduced tonight is going to help us to continue assisting households and landlords through the new year. So I just wanted to share the update. It's good news, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
No other speakers, Mr. Chair.
No other speakers? Okay. I call for the vote from council to introduce items 26 through 31 in globo.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
I adjourn the meeting. Oh, you wanted to talk? I'm going to turn.
I'm going to call this meeting to order. I'm going to have Councilman Nakhan lead us in prayer and Councilman Lewis lead us in the pledge.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for gathering us together, especially in the time of this holy season. We all should remember why we're here and the purpose of our lives, to serve others. Please offer us the grace and the guidance to serve the others that we're here to serve. We ask in the name of Jesus our Lord, amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
We welcome you to the Lafayette City Council meeting. As presiding officer and chair, I'd like to announce the following. This is a public hearing. To address the council on any item on this agenda, please fill out the speaker form and submit it to the clerk prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. Staff assistance is available if needed. Items for submission to the council should be handed to Council Clerk Ms. Veronica L. Williams, who's seated to my left. When addressing the council, state your name and title for the official record. The 3-minute rule will be in effect, and no debating or confrontational statements will be allowed. And finally, all documents with reference to meetings can be found on the LCG website. Chair announcements. The council meetings for January return to the typical first and third Tuesday of the month. The 2022, I can't believe 2022, that sounds like a fake year. The 2022 council meeting calendar is now available. That includes all of the dates for council meetings for the upcoming year. I would like to wish a happy birthday to Ms. Nanette Cook, who is unable to be at tonight's meeting, City Council Member, District 4, as she celebrates her 21st birthday on December 16th. So, Nanette, I know you're watching at home. Happy birthday. And also, happy birthday to another 21-year-old, Ms. Sidra Winggerner, the CAO, which she celebrates on December 31st. Happy birthday. Councilmember Cook is unable to attend today's meeting. I don't have any announcements. Fellow council members? Not seeing any? Oh, under the gun. Mr. Lewis, the floor is yours.
I just have one question. V, who's sitting next to you?
Santa?
Oh, Santa, okay, thank you. Santa's here, okay, thank you.
That's a good-looking elf right there. All right, not seeing any other council announcements. Moving on to our mayor. Mayor, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also want to thank Santa and his staff over there for all the courtesies you guys give us. Thank you to everyone that just joined us. We appreciate your participation in our council meeting, so thank you for making time to be with us. As a reminder, our Raging Cajuns play Saturday, 8 p.m. If you can make it out to the Superdome in New Orleans, please go out and cheer for our university. Appreciate Coach Decimo and his family and the staff to represent our wonderful university so well, and we'll be pulling for the Raging Cajuns. So if you can't make it, watch it on ESPN at 8 p.m. and go Cajuns.
That's going to be his debut also.
That will be his official debut.
Yes.
You know, you could look at it like a jamboree. If you win, it's a game. If you lose, it was practice.
Love the optimism.
That was my approach when I coached Little League. Anyway, Madam Chair, we have budget to actual comparison of major city funds, October 2021 preliminary. We have Director Toops behind me if you have any questions.
I'm not seeing any.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right, moving on to resolutions. This is a public hearing. Speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Jeremy, will you please read?
City Resolution 18, 2021, a resolution of the Lafayette City Council providing for canvassing the returns and declaring the results of the special election held in the city of Lafayette, state of Louisiana on Saturday, November 13th, 2021, to authorize the renewal of special taxes therein.
So moved.
I have a motion by Nakhan, second by Pat Lewis. Council discussion. During announcements. Yeah. Not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved. City Resolution 19, 2021, a resolution of the Lafayette City Council to approve the adjusted fiscal year 2021 budget and approving the fiscal year 2022 budget of the Downtown Development Authority and the governing authority of the Lafayette Center Development District.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Lazard, second by Nakhan. Council discussion, not seeing any. Any public comment?
Anita Bagno signed in to support the ordinance only if you have questions
I'm not seeing any. Thank you, Anita.
or the resolution. Okay.
Okay, all right, well, let's call for a vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. District 1? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved.
Moving on to joint resolutions. Santa, will you please read?
Joint Resolution 43, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President on behalf of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to join with the state of Louisiana and other local governmental units as a participant in the agreement entitled Louisiana State Local Government Opioid Litigation Memorandum of Understanding and any subsequent formal agreements necessary to implement the MOU, including but not limited to the subdivision settlement participation forms in Exhibit K of the Distributor Settlement Agreement and the Janssen Settlement Agreement.
Can I get a motion and a second? I have a motion by Nakhan, second by Lewis. Not seeing any council discussion. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 44, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 214 IB Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Can I get a motion and a second? A motion by Lazard, second by Lewis. Council discussion. Not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
District 3?
yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 45, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of 2830 Louisiana Avenue, Unit 63 to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Lazard, second by Nakhan. Council discussion. Not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. Joint Resolution 46, 2021, a joint resolution of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing a non-warranty cash sale of the 200 block of Ben B. Street to an adjoining landowner pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 472202B for the price of the sale's anticipated costs.
Can I get a motion and a second? I have a motion by Lewis, second by Lazard. Council discussion. Not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5? Yes. District 1? Yes. Motion to adopt is approved.
All right, moving on to reports and discussion items. Santa, will you please read?
Mandy Mitchell, President and CEO of Lafayette Economic Development Authority.
Wonderful. Ms. Mitchell, would you mind coming on up? And both mics are hot, if you, depending on where you want to go.
All right, well,
Floor is
good.
yours.
Good evening, everyone. As it's been stated, Mandy Mitchell, Lafayette Economic Development Authority's new president and CEO as of roughly mid-November. And since that time, I have been very busy, hitting the ground running, meeting with key community leaders and business leaders, and engaging in ongoing efforts to move Lafayette forward. I'm a Lafayette native. I have family roots from Church Point in good old Acadia Parish, and also by way of Pennsylvania. My dad is from there. My parents met at USL, and I'm a Northside High graduate, class of '95, very proud of that. I went on from Northside to attend college at the University of New Orleans, got an engineering degree and a master's in business. I have lived in Lafayette all of my life except for a few years attending college in New Orleans and starting my career in Lake Charles. And so I've been one of those people like Dr. Savoy for a number of years, Dr. Sean Wilson, our legislators from this area making that commute across the bridge to Baton Rouge to do state government public service. Very thrilled to be here back home. I've worked for the Army Corps of Engineers. I've worked for Bell South. For a number of years, I had my own consulting firm, and then I spent almost 10 years before my current role here in Lafayette at the State Department of Economic Development as the #2 person there. I'm married to Marcus Thomas. He's from New Iberia. We have 2 daughters, Mandolin and Maven. And as the new president and CEO of LEDA, I look forward to working with each of you to grow jobs in Lafayette Parish, to work with our existing businesses to help them to grow, to identify opportunities and remove impediments and challenges to their growth. I also would like to focus on bringing new businesses to our area within the focus areas of healthcare and healthcare innovation, which is, these are the industries that we are strong in. What I want to do is really catalyze our talents and our strengths and what we have to offer in these industries of healthcare, technology, as well as logistics and warehousing, manufacturing, and specifically advanced manufacturing, as well as retail. And then, of course, we can make a play in aviation with some assets that we have here. So I definitely want to tap into what we have to offer in this community. I also want to focus on, and this is something I had the pleasure of visiting with Council Chair Ms. Hebert, talking about our small businesses. So we have in this parish an asset in the opportunity machine. They focus on second stage, high growth businesses that are being incubated and accelerated, and we have a new location. We'll be joining Ms. Begno in downtown. But I also want to expand our focus to include mom and pop businesses, to make sure that they're aware of the resources that are available to them, those state and those local resources, and that they know how to navigate and take advantage of those resources. In addition to that, I want to focus on growth and development, redevelopment for North Lafayette. It is an area that I grew up in, and I really want to see, I want to be a part of reversing the trend of disinvestment in North Lafayette. I'm also going to focus on women and minority businesses, disadvantaged businesses, making certain they're aware of the opportunities that are available to them to help them start a business or grow and accelerate their business. And then I also plan to focus on smart infrastructure investments, advocating for those. For decades, we have talked about I-49 South. It is time to take some action there. And we have some key players in the right places. The stars are aligning with the resources for us to be able to move that forward. And so that is just one example of the type of smart investment, infrastructure investments I plan to join the chorus in advocating for, so that we can move our parish forward as a whole. So I'm not going to take any more of your time this evening. I look forward to meeting with each of you. I've had the opportunity to connect with each of you one-on-one. I'm going to continue to do that. My door at LEDA will be open. Our team is available to partner with you to move your districts forward and to move our parish as a whole forward. I definitely want us to grow. So thank you so much for y'all's time this evening. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, and welcome to LEDA. I wanted to give Councilman Lazard, you put this on the agenda, and I'm sorry, I should have allowed you in the beginning, but please, if you want to say a few words.
Not a problem. I certainly just want to welcome Mandy back home, and we are certainly looking forward to all that she brings to the table in terms of advancing Lafayette and moving us forward.
Thank you, Mr. Lazard, and thanks to all of you. And I mean that when I say that we have an open door at LEDA, and I look forward to working with each of you, even on special projects. I know we have EDDs here, and there are projects and opportunities for really catalyzing some parts of our community. Here to be your partner.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Councilman Lewis, you have the floor.
I appreciate you coming down from Lafayette. I know you're from Lafayette, and I did have a town hall meeting last week, and like she said, she have an open door policy, and she was there to the town hall meeting, and everyone was excited to see you. Appreciate you coming out there and showing your support for the Four Corners and what we do on the University Corridor. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Our gateways are incredibly important to our parish's growth and development. As a matter of fact, your meeting was about 5 minutes from where I grew up, so definitely look forward to working with you.
Thank you again.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciate it. All right, moving on to ordinances for final adoption. Santa, will you please read?
City Ordinance 164, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council providing for the abandonment of one 10-foot utility servitude and one 10-foot drainage servitude on Lot 2 of Stones Throw Townhouses Phase 2 subdivision located at 111 Silverstone Road.
So moved.
I have a motion by Nakhan, second by Lazard. Council discussion, not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 165, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 650 American Rescue Plan 21 City Fund in the amount of $12,500 and appropriating within the City Council Office for Historic Book Digitization.
Can I get a motion and a second? A motion by Lewis, second by Nakhan. Council discussion, not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 166, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 650 American Rescue Plan 21 City Fund in the amount of $1,158,791 and appropriating within the Community Development and Planning Department for consulting.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Nakhan, second by Lazard. Council discussion, not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved. City Ordinance 167, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 650 American Rescue Plan 21 City Fund in the amount of $34,800 and appropriating within the City Council Office for audit costs.
Can I get a motion and a second? Motion by Lewis, second by Nakhan. Council discussion? Not seeing any. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
Let's go to a vote.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
Before we move on to joint ordinances for final adoption, Veronica, I don't have any introduction or any other sheets after this one, so
Okay.
just a heads up on that.
Okay, thank you.
As we continue to move forward. Moving on to joint ordinances for final adoption. This is a public hearing. Speaker sheets are available for anyone wishing to address the council. The 3-minute rule does apply. Santa, will you please read?
Joint Ordinance 83, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing reimbursement revenues from the state of Louisiana Facility Planning and Control for the Bayou Vermilion Flood Control Project J282102 in the amount of $26,600,000 and appropriating these funds along with the required match in the amount of $8,866,667 within the Public Works Department Capital Improvement Division for said project.
Can I get a motion and a second? I have a motion by Nakhan, second by Lewis. Council discussion. I don't have any council discussion. Any public comments? Let's go to a vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
Motion to adopt is approved.
All right, and we are moving on to introductory ordinances. Can I get a motion and a second to go in globo items 17 through 29? I have a motion by Lewis and a second by Lazard. Santa, will you please read the introductory ordinances?
City Ordinance 168, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 650 American Rescue Plan 21 City Fund in the amount of $1.2 million and appropriating within the Public Works Department for the Vermilion River Lateral 4 Phase 2 project. City Ordinance 169, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-36 1216 East Butcher Switch Road rezoning located generally north of Acorn Drive, west of Louisiana Avenue, and south of East Butcher Switch Road, the particular parcels being rezoned from residential single-family to mixed-use neighborhood. Case Council City Ordinance 170, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-37, 400 block East Bluebird Drive rezoning located generally north of Cornelius Drive, west of Vero School Road, and south of Camellia Boulevard, the particular parcels being rezoned from residential mixed to commercial mixed and commercial heavy. City Ordinance 171, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-38, 2500 block South College Road rezoning located generally north of Queens Row, west of Hugh Wallace Road, and south of Denbow Street, the particular parcels being rezoned from industrial heavy to industrial light. City Ordinance 172, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-40, 5801 Ambassador Caffrey Parkway rezoning located generally north of Ambassador Caffrey Parkway, west of Bonin Road, and south of Cherry Bark Lane, the particular parcels being rezoned from commercial mixed to commercial heavy. City Ordinance 173, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-41, 715 Coolidge Street rezoning located generally north of East St. Mary Boulevard, east of Coolidge Street, and south of Auburn Avenue, the particular parcels being rezoned from commercial mixed to residential mixed. City Ordinance 174, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the Lafayette Development Code so as to reclassify case number ZON 2021-42, 408 and 410 Iberville Street, and 131, 135, 201, and 203 Huggins Road administrative rezoning located generally north of West Congress Street, east of Rue de Bellier, and south of Windhaven Lane, the particular parcels being rezoned from commercial heavy to residential single family. City Ordinance 175, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues in the amount of $37,618 received from the U.S. Department of Justice for a 2021 Edward Byrne Justice Assistance Grant and appropriating within the Lafayette Police Department. City Ordinance 176, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing the use of fund balance in Fund 401 in the amount of $15,000 and appropriating within the Lafayette Police Department to purchase police vehicle emergency equipment. City Ordinance 177, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues in the amount of $154,560 received from the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission and appropriating within the Lafayette Police Department. City Ordinance 178, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by authorizing the use of prior year fund balance in the City General Fund, Fund 101, in the amount of $2,183,133 to reappropriate the budget that lapsed within the Drainage Department. City Ordinance 179, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating and capital budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by decreasing council reserves in Fund 650 American Rescue Plan 21 City Fund in the amount of $250,000 and appropriating within the Parks, Arts, Recreation, and Culture Department for Thomas Park Skate Park. City Ordinance 180, 2021, an ordinance of the Lafayette City Council authorizing the Lafayette Mayor President to accept certain property described hereinafter for the purpose of operating and maintaining the necessary sewer lift station and treatment plant facilities.
Whew, great job. Council discussion? Not seeing any. Do we have any public comment?
We do have public comment with reference to intro item number 22 regarding the Coolidge Street rezoning. The first of two speakers is Jacob, and I'm going to let you say your last name. Lemonnier.
I'll withdraw from speaking unless there's any opposition or questions.
Okay, only if there are questions, but he did sign in to support it. And also Seth Adams signed in if you want to speak, or only if there are questions?
There's currently no questions, but you're welcome to come speak. It's only introductions, so typically there really isn't, but there isn't right now, so
They
they're gonna
both
waive
signed
it.
in to support the ordinance, and 3 citizens who did not wish to speak all signed in also to support the Coolidge Street rezoning ordinance. That concludes the comments.
Well, thank you, Veronica. And then we're going to call for a vote to introduce all items in globo, items 17 through 29.
District 5?
Yes.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
Motion to introduce in globo is approved.
Joint introductory items, can I get a motion and a second to introduce in globo items 31 through 33?
So moved.
I have a motion by Nakhan, second by Lazard. Santa, will you please read?
Joint Ordinance 84, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell at public internet auction surplus miscellaneous movable property which are no longer needed for public purposes as per the attached list. Joint Ordinance 85, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council authorizing the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to sell one damaged surplus ProLink IQ with software diagnostic scan tool that is no longer needed for public purposes to Snap-on Industrial for a total bid price of $2,902.88. Joint Ordinance 86, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council amending the fiscal year 21-22 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government by increasing revenues in the amount of $3,459,655.38 in emergency rental assistance program funds received from the U.S. Department of the Treasury and appropriating funds within the Community Development and Planning Department. Joint Ordinance 87, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Lot 5 of the Hardy-Douillon subdivision located at 115 Kermit Drive. Joint Ordinance 88, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Lot 3 of the Kermit-Douillon subdivision located at 116 Kermit Drive. Joint Ordinance 89, 2021, a joint ordinance of the Lafayette City Council and the Lafayette Parish Council providing for the abandonment of a certain portion of a 20-foot drainage servitude on Tract 1 of the Don Mendoza subdivision located at 7301 Johnson Street.
Ken, I'm not seeing any council discussion, any public comment.
Yes, ma'am, we do have one person signing, Kim Boudreau, and she wants to speak to joint intro item 33 regarding emergency rental assistance.
Both mics are available to you.
Sure. Good evening. I wanted to provide just an update on the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, Kim Boudreau, Catholic Charities of Acadiana. Just as an update to the funds that have already been allocated to our organization, we began to administer the initial allocation of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program on April 1st of this year. Within the first 6 months of the program, we administered $3.4 million and assisted 615 households with their rent and helped them to avoid eviction. That's an incredible amount of funding that has been administered within a short period of time. And I want to thank the administration and Ms. Toops with her staff and the Community Development Department for it has really been a successful partnership for this program. We finished the first allocation on September 23rd of this year, and so that we began spending the second allocation on the 24th of September. Since that time, we assisted an additional 431 households with $2.1 million. We have about $1.4 million left in the second allocation, and so we will be spending that over the next few months. And so this upcoming allocation would help us to continue to assist households and landlords to get through these difficult times. And so since we began April 1st of this year, $5.5 million has been administered into Lafayette Parish, assisting 1,046 households. I'm thankful this holiday season knowing that over 1,000 of our neighbors are able to stay in their homes and avoid eviction and avoid facing homelessness. So thank y'all for allowing us this opportunity to serve the community in this way, and thank you for a successful partnership. We look forward to continuing in the new year. So thank you. If y'all have any questions, happy to
I have a
answer.
quick question,
Sure.
Kim, is I know this program has been directed to the actual renters.
Yes.
I have had some constituents reach out to me who are the landlords who are
Right.
saying that the renters aren't paying the rent, and they obviously can't evict them, is there, and I've told them about the program, said, get that person to contact your office, and they said they won't fill out the paperwork. So is there a point in the program that you see, or is there a way for the landlord, if they can show that the renter hasn't paid, that they can somehow qualify for this? I know it's all serving the same.
So you're saying that the tenant is not applying, but
That's
the landlord
correct.
wants to? I believe that there is a mechanism. I'll have to verify that.
I have two constituents in particular that I can take it offline with
Okay, yeah,
you.
let's take it
I'll take
offline,
it
but I
offline
believe-
with you, connect you with those two tenants, and then maybe we can work something out there. But that's, I guess I've been waiting for that next step, and he's been waiting for the next step of, will the landlords be able to apply? But we can talk about that offline.
Right.
Perfect.
Yes.
Other council members have, I need to remove myself. Sorry, everyone. Councilman Lewis, you have the floor.
Kim, I'd just like to thank you for what you guys are doing. But what is the process? How does this work?
So our applications are available online.
Well, okay, can I stop you right there?
Yes.
If you don't mind? A lot of constituents that I have, they have no way of going, unless they go
Right.
to the library
Okay,
for.
so Smile accepts the applications in person.
Smile does? Okay, okay.
And so our process is all digital. And so people apply online. We have just now gotten to the point where we are able to process applications that we're currently receiving. It's been a very difficult task trying to get through, just from the cash flow perspective. It was very difficult for us to process. We were approving applications, but our ability to make payment has been a challenging thing just because of the way the contracts are worked out. But we've come up with some creative ways to resolve that, and so we've caught up on the backlog. And we're currently processing applications almost in real time. So the long delays of people applying and waiting for months for payment, I think has improved.
Can they apply on the telephone? Can they call in, or just, you prefer them going in or
Yeah, there's a
online?
lot of documentation that has to be accompanied with the applications to verify, you know.
Well, how long does it take for them to get a response from you guys? They will be able to get their rent helped
So
out?
at this point, it's much better than it was in the previous months. At this point, I would say certainly within 2 weeks of completing an application, a response will be, they'll have a response, especially from a case manager if additional information is required. But a lot of people start their application and it takes a longer period of time for them to collect the documents that they need to submit. Of course, we have to verify, you know, people's situations and have all the documentation collected. So we're averaging about 50 to 60 applications completed and submitted each week. And so Yep.
Okay, well, thank you again. I appreciate what you guys are doing.
And I
Thanks.
do appreciate that it is a challenging, it can be a challenging process and we can walk people through the process over the phone, but I do appreciate that it can be a challenging.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank you. Mayor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Also, sharing Councilman Lewis's sentiments. Thank you for all that you do, Kim, and Catholic Charities, and our other partners, Smile. So this is all through the Lafayette Emergency Assistance Program, LEAP program, federal dollars that our local stakeholders, such as Catholic Charities, is implementing for us. So thank you. We do have Director Slyman here if you have any questions, or maybe you can assist in the landlord component, because the second round of funding,
yes,
there was an initiative geared towards landlords being able to be assisted, but I know you're the subject matter expert.
Yeah, so it does take cooperation with...
Identify yourself, please.
Mary Slyman, Community Development and Planning Director. It does take both parties, but I will tell you that we'll probably look at it on a case by case, depending on if it's with Catholic Charities or Smile, on working through that process. So certainly, Liz, get with Kim or reach out to Mary in our Community Development Division, and she can work directly if they've already put in an application. To the point, Pat, you asked about if they can't do it online, definitely recommendation is to go to Smile. They'll give them the packet, they'll walk them through it, or you can do. And I did want to give y'all an update, including Kim's numbers, because in total, we've given out over $11 million. So I just wanted to kind of wrap that up and put a little bow on it. It's almost 6,100 people. 30 have applied, 3,275 have been approved. This was as of Monday. So we thank you, Kim, for your portion in that. Smile's been picking up and doing as well. And then there's still more money. So if you know of anyone, if you get any calls, we have this ordinance, and then we have some additional monies from the state coming too. So it's not, there's no end in sight yet.
Which is incredible. And I'll just say, just speaks to the need, that was out there, and how many tenants were facing a loss of housing, and how many landlords were so behind on their rent that in 6 months, not 6 months, since April of this year, that $11 million were put into Lafayette Parish. I think that's incredible. So thank you.
I also want to make a comment to thank you and to thank Smile, because we wouldn't have gotten the additional money from the state if we didn't have a good program in place. And so that, goes to my staff upstairs in community development, and also to our partners at Smile and Catholic Charities for getting the program off the ground. So thank you. Thanks.
Thank you all. I'm so sorry. Councilman Nakam buzzed in on last minute. My apologies.
I wanted to touch on something. Are there any other groups locally that are reaching out to y'all to try to assist these people that need help with their rent and their evictions? by
With
any chance?
rent?
And are there any other groups reaching out to y'all to get assistance for people who need help? Or is it strictly within the Catholic Services and Smile?
They're the only two providers that we have contracts with to administer this money.
So there's no communication from any other organizations with y'all to send people there to help out or anything, out of curiosity?
So we receive referrals.
People like Arch and...
Yeah, we receive, yes, we receive referrals from agencies that are working with households that are facing eviction,
So
for
there's
sure.
an open line of communication.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that money's getting spread around.
Yes.
The other comment too, Councilman Ake, is to remember that this is parish-wide, so it's not just within the city of Lafayette.
Right.
Or within LCG's purview. So if, this is more about a parish comment, but it's open to everybody in other municipalities within Lafayette Parish too. So
Right.
we're getting the word out to them through Doyle and through our comms department.
That outreach is very important and very relevant. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, and that is officially it. All right, we had public comments. That was it for public comments, right, Veronica? Yes, okay. All right, then let's call for a vote to introduce items in Globo 31 through 36.
District 1?
Yes.
District 2?
Yes.
District 3?
Yes.
District 5? Motion to introduce in Globo is approved.
Moving on to comments from the public. Do we have any? We do, okay. This is the time to speak about topics that are not included on the agenda items. Topics should be related to the city of Lafayette and are within the legislative power of the city council. No debating or confrontational statements will be allowed, And for efficiency and to allow everyone the opportunity to speak, questions should be submitted to the clerk of the council, and the 3-minute rule will be in effect. Veronica, you want to go ahead and call them?
We have one speaker, Carlos Harvin.
Oh, okay. Both mics are open for you.
Good evening, members of the City Council. My name is Carlos Harvin, Chief of Minority Affairs. Recent remarks by a city court judge and members of her family have saddened many people here in Lafayette. I commend our Mayor President, Josh Guillory, for the recent statement that he issued regarding this matter. As a pastor, I cannot help but think of the words found in Matthew 5:23 and 24 that say, "If you are presenting a sacrifice at the altar, and you suddenly remember that someone has something against you, leave your sacrifice there at the altar. Go and be reconciled to that person. Then come and offer your sacrifice to God." This is a time when we need reconciliation in our community. 1 month from today, our city and our nation will mark the birthday of the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He gave his life to break down walls between races and to promote love among groups that were divided and different from one another. He dreamed that our nation would rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all people are created equal. He dreamed that his 4 little children would live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. The events of this past week show us that there is still much work to be done. 10 days from now, many will mark the birth of Christ and recall how he came to save a world without regard for race, social class, or gender. I pray that the true spirit of Christmas fill our city at this time, and for peace to all people of goodwill. Thank you.
Thank you.
No other speakers, Madam Chair.
All right, and with that, I adjourn the regular city council meeting. Have a good night and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.